Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you the brand new Cricut Explore 3. This is one of the brand new machines from Cricut. There is the Cricut Explore 3 and the Cricut Maker 3, and it's part of the new 3 series featuring machines that now cut smart materials, which is super exciting. So before I get started, if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I'm going to go straight ahead and film this unboxing. We're going to dive right in. So first of all, I thought I would bring in a couple of materials that this machine will be taking. So these are brand new materials, much like the Cricut Joy. If you're familiar with the Cricut Joy machine, the Cricut Joy has materials called smart materials. Well, the Explore 3 and the Maker 3 now have their very own smart materials, and this means that you can now cut these particular materials without a mat. Now, if you're new to Cricut, you might be thinking, what is a mat? What is this all about? I don't understand. Well, I have some really handy videos all about the previous Cricut machines, like getting started with the Explorer 2 and getting started with the Cricut Maker. So if you're unfamiliar with Cricut and you're a complete beginner, those are great videos for you guys to check out. But this video is about the Explore 3, the wonderful smart materials that is also new for this machine as well. First, we're going to unbox the Cricut Explore 3, and I'm going to show you what you get inside the box. So I haven't opened this yet, I've just taken the seal off the box, and you can see it's quite a chunky box. I'm going to open the top. You were born creative. So inside, we've got our Cricut manual, I believe is in here, or it might be some, yes, so we've got a little manual here and some test materials, which is really nice. It's awesome that it comes with like a piece of material to test out there. We also have some packaged smart materials here. By the looks of it, we've got some white and black, but I'll open that in a second. Then, we have the machine. So, now it's fairly heavy, so get someone to help you, obviously, if you can't lift it. And we have our sockets here. So that's everything in the box. So we've got our machine here, and we also have our plug. So by the looks of it, I've been provided a UK and a US adapter, which is great. So depending where you are, you'll probably get either one in your box. USB port. So it's worth mentioning these machines do connect to your devices, so your computer, your smartphone, via Bluetooth, but you can use a USB plug as well, and then also obviously your power plug. So let's get inside. What's really cool about this machine is it's got a lovely matte finish, and then the bottom tier is shiny, so it's just like a really nice design feature. And there we go, there's the lovely machine. So you will have your little manual guide here, and in here it will show you what the different areas of the machine are, what's included, how to get started with Design Space and Cricut Access. So it kind of explains the fundamentals here. With all Cricut machines, in order to cut your materials, create your projects, you're going to need to download something called Cricut Design Space. Cricut Design Space is the tool that you'll use on your laptop or mobile device to create your projects that will send to your machine in order to make them. It's a free download, and you can get it on the Cricut website, but I will link it in the description box below for you guys just to make it a bit easier for you. We have a slot at the top here, which is something you can sit your iPad or your phone or something, just for sort of ease. You have your clamps here, so these different clamps hold different tools. So in here at the moment it comes with the fine point blades. We have our storage cup here. This is to pop your tools like a weeding tool, scissors, and then you also have some really handy storage at the front here. This is great for housing like little tools because you've got these ridges here, so any kind of little mini tools and blade replacements, you can pop them in there. And then over here on this machine we do not have a dial. So with the Cricut Explore Air 2, you'll have noticed that there was a material dial. Now with the Explore 3, you no longer need that dial. All of your materials are selected in the design space when you go through to cut or to score or whatever the project is. So here we have our on-off switch, our power button, we have our load and unload button which will load and unload the material. We have our go button, which is like a play symbol, and then we have our pause button, so if you needed to pause the cut to pop out or something like that, you could do that as well. Then on the back of the machine we have our USB port and our power connector there, and then also this little button, as you would notice, releases these, so they sort of click in like that, and then this button releases it. So that's the machine in a nutshell. We're going to do a project, just a small little project in this video, just to show you the machine in action. So once you've downloaded the Cricut Design Space, you're going to want to set up the machine. So on the right hand side is New Machine Setup. Really straightforward in terms of following what you need to do. So this is the Cricut Voldemort, so just click through onto that. And as you can see, it gives very clear instructions on this. So you have to plug it into your power outlet and then connect the USB to your computer. This is obviously showing you how I'm setting it up from a computer. So the device will come up at the bottom and you just press next and it will check for any updates. If it needs an update, you obviously just press update, and once it's all ready to go through, you just say next. Obviously agree to the terms and conditions and make a login. I already had a user login for the design space. You can choose if you want to have Cricut Access, which is $7.99 a month, I believe. Obviously you can create projects without that as well, but with the Access it just gives you full usage of all of the text and things like that. So yeah, we can now begin to make our first project. And for this, I'm going to do a mug design that just says tea time. So you insert the text by clicking on the text symbol on the right hand side. And as you can see here, there's loads of different fonts to choose from. And you will download those fonts, and some of them might require a small fee. However, you can also download some free fonts on Google. Just type in, obviously, free fonts. So yeah, really simple to do that. It always takes me ages to find a font, but I finally picked one. And I chose the font called Molly or Mole, and this is one that I actually downloaded free online, so if you type it into Google I'm sure you'll find it. And then at the top I'm just playing around with the letter spacing to bring those letters closer together, as you can see, and then just pressing duplicate once I've got the look of it that I like. You can double click and then just entering in the next word, which is time, and just making sure that I'm playing with the spacing again just to make sure it's sitting how I want it. So you can select both of your letters, click a line at the top and a line centrally. Then you can highlight over the two of them and you want to select the weld option, and that makes sure that the letters are all one layer and that they're not going to cut individual letters. Once I had my words how I wanted them, I just selected on the layer, as you can see, and clicked the offset feature at the top. What this does is create a brand new layer around the words, and it creates a kind of like bold layer around it essentially, and you can just move this around so you can get it, so you can either have it really big or you can have it really small. I just played around until I got it how I wanted it and then pressed apply. Once that layer is inserted, I just like to change the layer colours to the colour of the vinyl that I'm cutting. It's not necessary, it just helps in terms of the corresponding vinyl colours, so you know what you're cutting out when it comes to it. So once you've got those ready, I just wanted to check the sizing compared to my mug. Obviously you can measure your mug and make sure that you highlight the layers, and you can see that it's measuring 2.3 inches here, but obviously you can edit the size. There is actually a size editing function at the top, at the bar at the top, or you can just do it by dragging it like I am, and you can see that those sizes change. So either way, you can either do it by dragging it, or you can resize it if you want to
exact size, like 3 inches wide or something. Once you're happy with the size of your text or your layers, you can go ahead and press Make It at the top right corner, and you will see the project copies come up. So you want to select what material it is, and obviously we're selecting without matte as we're going to be using smart material today. So you'll see here the review of your artwork, and you can see that it says without matte and then obviously the material size. So then you can press continue at the bottom right corner, and it will take you through to the materials page. So once this is loaded, you can select the smart vinyl option, and once you've selected that, you'll then see that it comes up with the cut. It's ready. You can also change the pressure, but we're just going to keep that on default, and then it's ready to load your material into the machine to cut. So I'll show you that on the machine now. So you'll notice on your machine the little feed button is flashing, so you just want to pop your smart material into those guides, press the feed button, and it will feed in the material, and it will just double check that there's enough material there. And then the little play button will flash, and you want to press the play button, and then it will start your cut. And the cut was super quick. It took like 8 seconds, I think. So this machine is so much faster than the previous machines. And once that's cut, you just want to repeat the process with the next colour vinyl. You'll see it up on the screen ready to go. To finish your project, first you want to weed off the excess vinyl around your layered shapes or your letters. Really simple. I'm using a weeding tool which you can actually get in a Cricut accessories pack. And then just weed off the excess and the inside of your letters. And then you want to use some transfer paper or transfer tape. I will link everything in the description box below for you if you're unfamiliar with these materials, just to make it easier for you if you are a beginner. So with the transfer tape, you just obviously peel off the plastic sticker at the front, and you want to use this to transfer the pieces of vinyl or your project, your layers, to the mug. So really simply, you just place it on the project. You use a little scraping tool which also comes in the accessories pack, and then you just scrape away until it will peel off the backing card. If, like this project, you're using an offset layer, then I always do the text first and layer it onto the background of the offset layer. That way it just makes it a little bit easier to transfer both onto the mug at the same time. So following the same process as before, scrape it until you know, the backing card comes away easily, and then you can place it on your mug.
And there we have it, you guys. That is the Cricut Explore 3. I hope you enjoyed seeing the unboxing and getting it set up, and then a very, very quick little beginner project there. I have lots of other videos with lots of other projects as well, so if you want to see more extensive tutorial on Design Space and other projects, then I'll leave those in the description box below. I hope that helped with making a decision about maybe purchasing the machine, or just sort of setting up your machine if you've just got one. And I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, make sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!